Armand and Trey hanging out with us.
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Thank you for having
good.
us, man.
Of course. I'm glad you guys are in town. I want to ask you, did you guys totally freak out and have a meltdown when it was announced that Vine was kind of going away?
Yes, man. The meltdown of our life. Because back then, like Vine was like our backbone. It was like our spine.
Because that's where we first started, and that's where we first got our, what I'm saying?
Our buzz,
supporters
man.
at. And then we had like almost 1 million.
Yes, and they just took it away from us.
We like,
where's Vine at? Like, what's going on? So yeah.
But Vine had kind of already went down. Like, we had stopped using it already for like going on a year. We had stopped using it because nobody was really using it no more. So we had to move to Instagram and other, YouTube, the stuff that was still popping.
That was still relevant. But
but it's still, we had a soft spot for it because we like, man.
That started it off. That started off.
This was started. Yeah.
That was our monitor.
Were you worried because you were like, yo, we built up this whole thing?
That's what I was saying. I'm like, yo, we just built up 800,000 followers. I'm like, look, I said, yo, what they should do is give us all these other people account and transfer it to our Instagram. If they did that, yo, we probably been like at 2 million right now.
So what would Armand and Trey be doing if things didn't pop off with Vine? Was there anything else you guys wanted to get into?
No.
Man.
I wanted to. I've been.
Yo, he said when we was like 5 years old, like, yo, he's just running around the house like, yo, I'm gonna be famous when I'm 16. I'm gonna be famous when I'm 16. Like, you can ask our mom, like, you know what I'm saying? Our mom say that to this day. Like, yo, he always said we'd be famous when he's 16. You know what I'm saying? And he started getting buzzed when we were 16, 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? But back to the question, like, what do I find I was really a basketball player. Like, I was really playing. I was really into sports. Like, I was excelling at that. But it's like I'm not really on that. Like, when you think about it, being an athlete, it's hard work, it's dedication, but everybody wants to be an athlete. Just like everybody want to be a singer, but it's a passion with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's just something I was good at, you know? But singing is something I love to do, and I was blessed with. You know what I'm saying?
Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about what you call your girl fans, okay? Listen, I feel like this is dangerous. You call them girlfriends. Okay. Do you really want that many girlfriends? Like, that sounds stressful and very demanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We want it.
Yo, but we do want it. Okay, so let me tell you how it came about. I made a tweet. You know what I'm saying? I made a tweet. I said, yo, we're all like in a relationship. Like, all the female followers that follow us, we're all in a relationship. So, like, basically get acquainted. And they just loved it.
Yeah.
They just loved it. Like, yo, these are boyfriends. We ain't your girl. So after that, like, it started getting real active. Like, they just started saying, like, oh, boyfriends, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? These are boyfriends. And after that, man, we just took it and ran with it. So,
listen,
that's
you
our
have
new name
these girls changing their status online, and they are not with anybody. What are you doing here? This is This is crazy, man. Speaking of that, I know you have these rabid, dedicated fans. What's been the craziest thing they've given to you as like a gift? Either the coolest or just like, yo, what are you giving me right now?
No, I feel like their support is the best thing they ever could have given. Like, honestly, because we wouldn't be like here if it wasn't for them supporting or you know what I'm saying, sharing videos or commenting, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you don't see too many like black black males like us on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With as much that sing if they're
that's
not
keeping
like
up,
if they're not mainstream. We don't have a record out. Like,
right.
We don't
at all, yeah.
Any records out. So for us to be this far and get
it's
as much
all our
traffic
supporters.
on our page that
all
we
of
do,
them.
You don't really see too many black young
And
males
yesterday
doing that,
at our bowling event, supporter brought us some Gucci cologne.
What?
Yo, like,
And
that was,
she brought us
and she just brought us candies.
It was just
like,
you know how
Just a
mad
thought.
her father's gonna be when she finds out that's missing, when he finds out that's gone. Where's my Gucci cologne?
Right. Yo, I have to give it to our boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what? What boyfriends? But yo, we deeply appreciated that. That really like warmed our hearts.
I know,
you know?
Yeah, I kind of got like, oh.
Yeah,
like,
it was more like, oh man, like
we
you really did this for us. You know?
Yeah.
With the bigger that you guys get, I imagine the cooler the events get that you guys get invited to. What's been like one of the highlights, one of the events you've went to where you're like, whoa, I can't believe we're here right now?
This.
Yeah.
Right here.
I appreciate
This
that,
right
guys.
here, man.
I was just
Like, I seen the
that.
tweet. I was like, oh,
Dude,
we on here?
Yeah.
You know, me and all these guys, my camera guys, have been talking about you guys, and we're like, yo, they're doing their thing. We got to get them in here for the interviews.
Man.
And it was funny because I was on YouTube and I was checking out your stuff or whatever, and I'm like, yo, we got to get these guys a real interview, because I was seeing the stuff on there, and I was like, there's nothing like really a good, deep interview. A lot of the stuff, I know you guys were doing Q&As just on your own and stuff, but I was like, we got to get them up here and do this, you know?
We really thank you for that. Like, we really thank you. Like, this is really our first official interview. Like,
there we go.
Thank you for having us here. Like, really.
Of
course.
You know,
like, this really this, like you said, this is really one of the highlights. We like, yo, we're on here. Like, we really doing this. You know, like, coming from where we come from. You know, like, we come from our bedroom. Yep. So now we, you know, now we here, we getting interviewed. None of that.
Nobody, you just.
So what are some of the perks, man? I know things are going good. Have you brushed shoulders with any other famous people, and you're like, yo, I can't believe I'm meeting this person?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Who's somebody good?
Man, Neo.
Oh,
when we first met Neo, it was like he was so like welcoming.
It's like it's like almost like he's so humble to the point where you will be like, it'll be everybody's in the room and he walks in and greet everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Usually you wait for like a famous person.
When Neo walking in the room, he'd be like, oh, I'm Neo.
He walk in already like, what's up? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Speak to everybody if you know you or if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So it just, you know what I'm saying? Like he like relatable, basically.
One of the most humble dudes I ever came across.
And you're like, yo, you're Neo.
You could
Neo,
be,
bro.
Yeah. Like you
could have
like,
a
you walk
ego.
in a room, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
People need to be coming up to you, but that's not how he thinks. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, he's just so welcoming. It's like, yo, man, like it makes you look. So it's like this. It's like you never knew him, but then you'll ask him like, yo, bro, so when can I come over? You know what I'm saying? When can we watch the game? That's how welcoming he is. You know, you'd be like, wow. You know, I feel like I've been knew you.
It's funny. People say what they want about like Kanye or whatever, but I interviewed him like a few years back, and he came in the room, and it was the same thing. He said hello to my wife. He went over, shook the hands, everybody in the room, and he was just the nicest dude in the world. Like to the point where his road manager or whatever had to be like, Kanye, we gotta go, man. You're talking too much. We gotta dip out.
That's the type of spirit, you know, that you gotta carry around. You know, you want to make everybody feel comfortable, everybody feel welcome. You can't be in a room and it be like somebody be like, yo, I can't say hi to him because that's Armand and Trey, or that's Kanye. You know,
don't want people to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go around with that attitude. Like, you just even if you are, like, you just don't want to walk around with that attitude. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
a bad trait to have, you know.
And do this and do this. I just can't. I just don't like.
For sure.
We don't really like them type of vibes.
Yeah.
Anybody else you bump into that you were starstruck about?
A lot.
Yo, that is the homie.
Yo, we see Zendaya a lot. We want to be like, yo, Zendaya. Sus, but we like.
She could probably dunk over you guys. She's a tall girl.
I think she like my height.
Oh, okay.
I think she like my height.
No.
Dunking on me, I don't think she can dunk.
They're like 5.
She like 5'11". I'm like 6'2".
So how'd you guys run into her?
We just
at the mall, like we just see her every time. Like, you know, like we just be seeing her. That goes in there. She is tall though, bro.
She is tall.
Yeah, she's tall.
She's great. I mean, every award show she's at, every red carpet, she's just slaying it.
She's slaying it.
I mean,
the young Beyonce.
Yes, she's killing it.
The young Beyonce.
I was checking out a bunch of your YouTube videos, a bunch of your covers, and one of the ones I love, I guess it's a recent one, the I Spy cover you did with Alex
Iono.
Oh my God.
You love it?
Guys.
Thank you.
All right, so how did you select that song, and how did you link up with him?
So the first time we put out YouTube covers was we did put out Fake Love first, and then the Moment for Life cover we did. Those two blew up.
Yeah.
So
that put us on the map as far as YouTube.
He hit us up and was like, oh, like we want to collab. We want to collab with y'all. Like it was supposed to be us and Will and him, but Will had a flight and he had a show to do. So
in Nashville,
so it was just us three. But yeah, so he hit us up and he was like, he wanna, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do a collab. We should all collab and do something. And then we came to LA the next week.
We came to LA the next week. and it was lit. And then it was like that's another thing. We can go back to the being humble thing.
Yeah,
like Axayano's a big guy. Like as far as internet, he's a big guy. You know.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have to do that. You know.
Like
before then, we only had like 100,000 subscribers, like 200,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we was somewhere up in that range.
He got 4 million.
Yeah, he had 4 million. But see, he recognized the talent, and he was like, "Yo, these dudes are talented." And it wasn't like, "Oh, it's an ego thing." It was like, "Yo, I love talent. Like, let's do it." You know what I'm saying?
Most people be like, "Yeah, they."
Yeah, but they what can they offer? You know,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he was just about the talent.
He was just
and
about
the music.
And look at the covers at like 26 million.
Yeah, dope.
26. But how do we come up with the song?
Yeah.
Man, like it was just we look at what's being played in the world
with him like on Spotify like.
But it's funny because I feel like a lot of the people like Drake and now it's more of the sing-songy rap type stuff.
Yeah.
So like even Shawn Mendes did that cover of Fake Love. He killed it. And you guys just hearing you sing that, it went so perfectly, and it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yo, and that's how we structure our covers.
Yeah.
For you to be like, oh wow, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a song.
Yeah.
To the point where you be like, yo, is this a song?
Right.
Can we sell this? You know what I'm saying? That's how we want it to be.
A lot of people think. Some people that don't know the songs, they'll be like, "Is this their original?"
Yeah,
song?
that's what they think. They be like, "Yo, is that an original piece?" You know,
Sure.
That's how we just try to put our own spice to it.
Can you give me any exclusives? Anything you have in the works with any other YouTubers or any other artists? Something you've just been working on, or maybe you started the conversation with somebody?
Definitely. We do got some stuff that's finna drop. We got original piece that we wrote with Neo and Sam Hook. It's called Breakdown.
Well, I guess the conversation with Neo went really well, huh?
Man, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. Yo, he came in the studio, humble. He came in the studio. He was looking around. This how he was. He said, "Yo, pass me the pen and paper." He grabbed the pen and paper. Right? We're writing. We're struggling. We're like, oh man. Sam's not in the room. We're like, yeah, we trying to catch a vibe. This is Neo. He's watching TV. Yo, put me in the booth. Had the whole verse in like 10 minutes. And we've been in there for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? And like he didn't have to do that. But he just came in and was like, yo, these youngest, they working. Let me bless them.
Yeah.
You know? He wrote the whole first verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how beautiful it was. Like that's what we got going. We just wrote a song with Eric Bellinger called Bags, right? Great. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of stuff coming. As far as YouTube, we just did another video like last week with Chris and Queen. You know what I'm saying? They're a real big couple that's on YouTube that we started out with from the original, from us being like original. So
before we wrap up, I gotta say, you guys are very. I was checking out a bunch of the videos you do, not even the covers and stuff like that. Just you guys BSing and chit chatting and stuff. You guys are very well spoken, and you guys are just very like aware. Who can we thank for that? Is there the parents, a certain family?
Yeah, man, our mom, our parents, like period. Yeah, they really invest a lot of time in us. They really showed us how to really maneuver, like how to work around different things, how to talk, how to be in
like how to stay humble. You know what I'm saying? Like just keep on doing something. Like you can't be, you know what I'm saying? You got to stay focused and on like consistent on one thing if you really want. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up like before, Mom used to tell me to make, because I used to always want to be the singer. She used to tell me, get on YouTube, make videos, all this, and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, be serious if you really want to do it.
Definitely.
And I was just scared of what people was going to say. Like, at school, I'm like, what if people at school see this? Like, I don't want to feel, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel embarrassed, so I wouldn't do it. I would do it, and I'd post it and literally take it down, like, in the next hour, be like, no, I can't do this. I don't want to see it. But then,
you can't stop him from posting something. No, listen, he want to post every week.
Listen. So like when I kind of was starting to get older and my voice changed, I'm like, all right, it's time for like I gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do something and be, you know, I'm serious about it. You know, I was only getting older. You know,
we had to get serious.
Young, you know what I'm saying? Person that I just was. So yeah.
Like coming where we from, you know, like we're from Detroit. We're from like the east side of Detroit. You know, so coming where we from, singing, you know, was like not in. You know, like it was either sports or you're a rapper. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we had to think like, yo, this is our life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't live for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't live for approval for others. Yeah. Like in a sense we do now because we got to put out things that people like. You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day, you know, we use this as a
we still do what we like too.
Definitely.
We do what we like, but we also
take them into consideration.
Definitely, 70% them. You know,
together. So you know what I'm saying. So we when we listen and we like it in other. You know what I'm saying. Everyone else.
Yeah. So our parents basically the reason why we just
awesome.
We just centered.
Awesome. Solid. Armand and Trey, you guys are the best. You're welcome up here anytime.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, man. We deeply appreciate you.